Aloha. Thank you for tuning in to episode number 17. My name is Christina Estrada, partner of Booyah Marketing, where we have deeper connections. Today, our honored guest is Tricia Becker. Tricia Becker is a visionary author, transformational teacher, intuitive guide, and a soulful artist who weaves ancient wisdom with modern magic to awaken the creative power within. With her signature secret sauce, a unique blend of alchemy, embodiment, and heart centered connection. Tricia will masterfully guide you to align with your truth, ignite your inner power, and create a life that feels like pure magic. How are you today, Tricia?
Hello, my friend. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yes,
I
thank
love
you.
talking to you. We always have some good laughs.
Yes, yes, we do. What made you obsessed with alchemy? Because it's all over the social media.
Yeah, a lot of people ask about this word alchemy and how did I come to be an alchemist or create a course and program and this journey into alchemy. It actually started because I've been a jeweler and a metalsmith my entire life. That was my profession, and playing with fire, literally transforming like flat sheet metal into jewelry, changing rough cut gemstones into a jewel, like carving this from a rock that came out of
Wow.
Oregon. And that process is change and transformation to make something more valuable. And so as I started learning about this with different processes of either making like hand creams or balms and salves, or transforming even herbs and things and essential oils, and really understanding that it's actually a soulful journey, this
Mm.
journey of your own soul, from which we all go through some sort of darkness, and that's part of the human journey, and really transforming it. And then learning from other master alchemists like William Whitecloud and Chris Duncan, and amazing teachers that I've met and worked with, Wayne Dyer, studying Louise Hay, and just hanging out with amazing people, learning from them over and over again. And once I wanted to start teaching this as an artist, trained artist, for over 20 years, I thought, well, how do I bridge these two worlds? And so I created a program called the Art of Alchemy, and it is change and transformation, but it's for business developers. It's for leaders who really want to bring change and transformation either to their own business, their companies, their life, their family, their relationships. And then once I started teaching that, I said, well, the joy really is in the journey, which
Hmm.
is something that I did not have a very friendly relationship with that story for 40 some odd years, because my journey was pretty arduous and painful, as a lot of people who are in personal development, or what I now call creative development, because we're creating our life intentionally in this way. But connecting into that concept of the joy in the journey and it being alchemy, I realized I was like, oh, this is like a deep dive and a journey into alchemy. And then that transformed how I was presenting this work, because I still teach people how to make jewelry. I still make jewelry. I still carve gemstones, and I teach and coach online. So it's been a lot of fun understanding this concept of alchemy, which the old story is lead into gold, but you can't actually do that scientifically. It's not possible. There was some study somebody shared with me, and I was just like, no, you can't spend millions of dollars to get like a tenth of a gram of gold. That's not cost effective. It's scientifically, they could do it in a machine, but
Mm.
the real metaphor means, how do we transform the lead or the darkness in our life into the gold or the light and the power of what we love? And that's my passion in a lot of different ways now.
That's beautiful. So, what is your secret sauce?
So the secret sauce you might see if you check my website or you see any of the YouTube videos that I have is my superpower. It's the thing that I've realized I do differently in every area of my life. It's part of this passion and excitement. And I know you have this, Christine. It's like this emotional energy of
Mm.
intensity. And for a long time, it was considered too much, too emotional. But what I realized as I started teaching this world of creative development and alchemy to others is it's actually my superpower, understanding the intensity of emotions and how to create them. So in the secret sauce course that I have, and if you want more information, it's on my website, triciabecker.com/secret, I think dash sauce, something like that. It's it's understanding how do we actually intentionally create our emotions based on a sensory experience, visualization, and using your imagination and meditation. So being able to do that consistently. My first client who worked with me for a year, he said, well, you're doing something different, Tricia, that nobody else is doing. And it's your secret sauce. And I said, really? What is that? And he
Mm.
explained to me what I was doing that I didn't know I was doing any differently. And it now is something that I have never failed doing with anyone. When I work one-to-one with clients, we must practice the emotion of what we desire. And
Mm,
that's called the emotion of the end result. And the process to do that, I call the secret sauce.
I love it. So, why are you doing this work as a coach, alchemist, and teacher?
So the passion that I have really is because I've done all this for myself.
Hmm.
I did not go into this journey of, finding my darkness and the dark night of the soul or turning my own lead into gold, whatever metaphor you want to use. But the pain and the suffering and the anguish and the trauma and the story that I was addicted to in my own life,
Hmm.
I needed a way out for myself. So
Mm.
after I saw the movie The Secret, and I said, oh my gosh, my thoughts create things and I can have whatever I want as long as I connect into source. And that took me about 15 years just to say, well, this isn't working. And I would just go through the spin cycle of a little success and a little failure. And then once I understood now what I teach, I did it for myself first. And that joy and the exhilaration and happiness and being
Mm.
able to actually say the joy really is in the journey
Yes.
is the most magical transformation I've ever experienced. And my greatest passion and gift now is to teach others how to do the same because it's not as hard as we think, especially if you have support, friends like you, Christina, and coaching and teaching that resonates with something inside of you. Not everybody's going to resonate with me as a coach or a teacher. I'm very energetic, I'm very impassionate, and I'm very blunt.
Yes, you are.
I know how it is. It's
Yes,
either black
yes.
or white, and that's not always easy for people to digest. But with the love and the care and the support, and I always think I'm like the cheerleader, but I'm gonna give you the real stuff too. I'm gonna give you the truth. And that support, when we choose to see, I was talking to someone earlier, is like when we really know thyself.
Hmm.
How do we really know thyself? That's not easy sometimes if you've lived in darkness and in
True,
ignoring your own pain and suffering and where it's coming from.
true.
So I love being that support system. And as we have talked in the past, it's not always easy to
Mm.
guide someone through that tunnel of darkness of seeing themselves. And knowing I've done it for myself, I've done it for thousands of clients now. It's so much fun when they get to the other side. That's why I to bring people to their power and their light and really so others can live a life that they love.
I love it. So, what is the most valuable thing someone can learn from you?
Mm. Definitely the secret sauce, I'd say. That emotion of the end result, being able to create emotions, being able to actually say, someone once told me emotions are real. No, we're creating them all. It's a chemical concoction in the body, but we're never trained how to practice intentionally creating them. So, really holding this focus on meditation, mindfulness, I have books and courses, but my joy is really being able to work with people and be able to say, you can do this too. Let me demonstrate. So when I demonstrate it, I say, now go practice it. It's the law of repetition. We
Hmm.
must be able to repeat it for ourselves, but it takes multiple steps. So it's, something like this, maybe a first introduction to who I am or a first introduction to who you are and your love of interviewing and connecting people around the world from this beautiful land of Hawaii, right?
Yes.
Mine is showing people the truth and the power of who they really are and doing it in
Mm.
a way where I'm there. I'm with you. I'm supporting the whole time and saying it's absolutely possible. Just don't, go back into those old patterns and keep repeating them on your own if you're truly really choosing this path of living your best life and
Right.
and living a life that you love and choosing that magic. It's so much fun to see that journey and the joy of people getting it. When it's like those aha moments and the light bulb and they go off. And
Yes.
yes, that's why I do it.
I love it. So, when are you hosting live classes or events?
So the first in-person event that I'm hosting, which is going to be really big, is I'm actually co-hosting with two other wonderful women, Darcy Volden and Tracy Reiferscheid, who are magicians and phenomenal creators in their own right. The three of us have created an event. It's in Durham, Raleigh, North Carolina. And if you're flying and you're flying to the airport, it's called Raleigh Durham. It's two different cities, but it's in Raleigh and Durham, North Carolina, October 11th and 12th. And if you want more information, we are actually doing what I just explained of everything that I just told you about. We're doing that in person. So it's the event is called Creative Alchemy. because we're transforming that darkness into light. And people are actually going to embody their genius in that. It's just an in person. I don't know. I met you in person. Being
Mm-hmm.
able to connect in
It's
community in person is a whole other level of
whole
fun.
nother.
So that's the next event that's in person. And then I'm teaching online as well. I always have my group program is always running. We meet twice a week. I always do one-to-one coaching online, so we can have sessions from anywhere, and you can be in your pajamas if you want. Or I could maybe just be in shorts and a blouse as opposed to fully dressed. But it's fun to be able to do it remotely. And I'm launching a class. I'm not sure when this is going to launch. August 25th is my Art of Intuition. It's a 5-week class. I teach it quarterly, and it demonstrates how powerful we are and how intuitive we are by using processes called circle work, where you're
Mm,
actually learning how to read this invisible field of information based on symbol interpretation and apply it not only, if you're working as a coach or a teacher, a leader, an intuitive, but then to be able to apply it for yourself so you can live intuitively guided by your own genius. So those are the two next upcoming events, but they're always ongoing. So if you want more information, always feel free to reach out and find me in some way.
oh, right. That's awesome. I love it. I love all your creations. Well, mahalo nui loa, Tricia, for your time and any parting words you would like to say to the viewers.
Well, I want to first thank you, my friend. Beautiful creation that you're going here with Booyah Marketing, and knowing that this is something that you're loving doing.
Oh, I
And
love
to me, that makes me very, very happy. And for anyone watching our exchange here, just knowing that when you do what you love and when you allow yourself that connection to doing what you love, not only do you know thyself and you learn more about yourself, but you create a ripple effect that
it. Yes,
impacts your friends, your family, your community, your
yes.
city, your land, your earth. I was telling someone yesterday about mana and how when we put what we love in our life and we
Mm-hmm.
use our hands or our words or our body and we move through the world that way, we're
Mm-hmm.
distributing more love. And that mana is tangible. It's tasteable, it's touchable, we can feel it.
Yes, yes.
And how I really choose to live my life with aloha. I've been to Hawaii multiple times, and those concepts are not just beautiful words, they're a
Mm-hmm.
way of life. And when we can continue that around the world, we create the best impact, and we can live our best lives. And that's what I want to do. And I love teaching others how to do the same. So look forward to connecting with you more, and anyone
Absolutely.
else who's interested in learning how to do it.
Wonderful. All right, mahalo. I will put Tricia Becker information down below in the description box. Please click the subscribe notification, thumbs up. And if you also would like to donate to the channel, we appreciate it. It helps us to build our content. This is Christina Estrada with Booyah Marketing. A hui ho. Until we meet again.